Let's go to the next one. Next one to me, I want to get into is Bitcoin. You hear a lot of people right now saying Bitcoin free fall. It's this is it. This is horrible. Bitcoin price in free fall weeks after hitting all-time high. Let me read this story to you. So we got almost exactly 1 year after rising to above 90,000 for the first time in its history. Bitcoin has fallen back to its level, suffering a severe price crash. A record-breaking rally took the cryptocurrency to an all-time high above $125,000 last month, with some market analysis fearing the sudden drop could be a beginning of a more sustained bear market. Bitcoin was trading on $93,000 on Monday morning, marking a 25% decrease over the last 6 weeks. Previous price cycles have seen Bitcoin lose around 75% of its value after hitting record high. Here's what Michael Saylor had to say about it. Go ahead, Rob.
Last time our next guest was on CNBC, he was expecting Bitcoin to be $150,000 by the end of the year. Want to find out if he's changed his tune since late October, given the recent move in the crypto space. You're looking at Bitcoin right now at $94,000, 632. Michael Saylor is here, strategy founder and executive chairman. Good morning to you. What do you think? 150 by the end of the year? What do you think's happening here?
You know, I think we all want to go to the moon, but if you want to ride the rocket, you got to be prepared to pull the G's. Over 5 years, Bitcoin's had like 6 brutal drawdowns. If you roll the clock back 13 months, we were sitting around 68,000. And then after the Trump election, we had this incredible rally from 68 to 106,000 in 5 weeks. If you go back 14 months, we were about 55,000. And so if you'd said we're going to go from 55,000 to 94,000 in 14 months, that would have exceeded any reasonable investor's expectations. Over 5 years, Bitcoin's up about 50% a year on average for the 5 years. Gold and S&P are studying the cost of capital at 14%. My company's strategy is up 71%, equivalent to NVIDIA. There's no other stock in the S&P that's done any better. So I think the volatility comes with the territory. If you're going to be a Bitcoin investor, you need a 4-year time horizon, and you need to be prepared to handle the volatility in this market.
So okay, so what do you think? What do you think is going on right now with Bitcoin, Jeff?
Like I said, I think it's a barometer of short-run risk take. I think what he just said is absolutely true. If you're going to buy Bitcoin,
4 years
at least. I mean, Bitcoin is a long-term thing. It's not a competing currency. It's a risk asset. It's a store of value. It's not going to be replacing the dollar because we don't even use the dollar. So Bitcoin is simply just a barometer of people's short-run risk-taking. So the price decline now doesn't mean Bitcoin's going to be wiped out or it's going to go to zero. It just means that right now there's a lack of demand for risky assets in the marketplace, which I think we can use as a gauge for overall short-run risk aversion about some of these other factors that have nothing really to do with Bitcoin. It's not really about Bitcoin here. It's about the market psychology.
Brandon, where are you at?
Yeah, that makes sense that Bitcoin would be the first one to go, but I think it's like super dramatic that you're saying it's fallen off a cliff and this and that. I mean, like he said in the video, like right before Trump got elected, it was in the 60s, and just because Trump gets elected and they're expecting all kinds of favorable things for crypto, it shoots up to over 100,000, and that's been kind of baked into the market since Trump got elected, like the AI hype and the AI buzz, and the AI narrative is like really the story that's been carrying not just crypto but the whole market like since Trump got elected. So I think it's normal. I mean, call me crazy, I'm still sketched out by Bitcoin because the creator's name means central intelligence when you translate it to English. You'll never convince me that's not weird and we've never seen it before. But yeah, in terms of just looking at like a chart, I don't think it's like a concerning crazy thing. I think like there's people are just getting shaken out.
Tom, where are you at?
So where I'm at is I see 2 major things happen. First of all this macro, all the market uncertainty doesn't help. Specifically, if interest rates are going to be higher, then I can get higher rates on cash and I don't have to go to riskier things like Bitcoin to get my return. Higher rates means that those are less appealing. Well, now we're seeing 50-50 for just a 0.25 rate cut, and I'm now waving my flag for a 0.5 rate cut, as many others are for December. I don't want to impact retirement fixed income. So the first thing is macro market uncertainty is out there, made everybody nervous. Then what happened this week is I call it the liquidation dominoes. the liquidation dominoes, there was massive profit taking by the crypto proxies. And the crypto proxies are the companies like Michael Saylor who basically have a product they're selling and they make profits, but basically they pile all this Bitcoin onto their balance sheet. And so they're a crypto proxy. The crypto proxies took profits because where we are right now, I believe we are $10 under where we were on January 1st. Am I correct? On a on a year-to-date basis, I think it was right there, right? That we're back where we started. Did you enjoy 2025? You're back where you started. Well, then you have what also the leverage positions. Investors that have a lot of cash may not have to do this, but investors with not a lot of cash read all the Reddit things that says, hey, use 10 grand to buy Bitcoin and get another 5 grand of it because you can borrow against the 10 grand at 50%. You follow that?
Yes.
They're all over the Reddit. You look at the Reddit logs and the Reddit chats. Oh, do it this way. Do it this way. Well, guess what happens when the price comes down? You get auto traded. What's auto traded? You have a margin account. Hey, for your convenience, we automatically traded out because that asset was going down. Your margin was different than 50%. So we auto traded and they happen. I heard that in the last 2 trading days, $917 million in Bitcoin was sold on liquidation auto trades. So guess what? There's the other domino. And then lastly, profit taking by the independent investors, where you saw the first part of this 2 weeks ago when it started. People jumped out and said, well, I've made enough this year. And those are the part-timers that aren't the long-termers. So the short-term sold out. Auto trades took away people that were under margin. Crypto proxies, took some profit out. And then everybody doesn't like the fact that the interest rates aren't going to go down, which makes a risky currency like Bitcoin more valuable.
Yeah. So, okay, again, I think the best thing I took away from everything with this, if you're going to get into Bitcoin, have a minimum of a 4-year way of looking at it. If not, it's not worth it. Almost like buying a house. If you're buying a house for 3 months, it's a bad investment. If you're buying a house for 10 years, 10 years, you should be fine. So if you're buying a Bitcoin, look at it the same exact way as well, not day trading like some of these guys are doing. If you got big plans for 2026, I am telling you right now, I can't tell you how many conversations we're having about business planning. There's a reason why we went less than 22 hours to Dallas and come back, because we want to see exactly what's happening with 2026. We're planning for our family, for our businesses, ourselves. And if 2026 is a big year for you as well, I want you to watch this clip. Rob, can you go to the clip with the Jenga to show them what happens when it comes onto business plan and how all of these things are necessary? Go ahead, Rob.
Business is a lot like Jenga. Every piece matters. You need a vision. Do this carefully. You need capital. You definitely need capital. Let's put this here. Listen, hanging on one piece here, by the way. You need the right team, for sure.
This almost fell off, by the way.
You need sales. As good as this looks, if your foundation isn't built on a good business plan, you know what happens? The whole thing crumbles. If you have big plans for 2026, on December 12th, I'm hosting an event called the Business Planning Workshop, where all day we go through the 12 building blocks of writing an effective business plan. So this doesn't happen to you. If you haven't get registered, click on the link below. Let's spend an entire day together on December 12th. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Folks, click on the link below, get registered. You can watch it with your friends, family, and this is going to be people watching this from 100+ countries, and you can find a way to just get registered at the lowest level, or you can find a way to be on the screen so everybody can see each other, and at the end, we'll do a Q&A for 90 minutes. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here, and if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.